let's talk about finding your core. The core is actually located between your hips and your shoulders. And a lot of people think when they're trying to get their core engaged, they're thinking about their abs. And what they often do is they have a tendency to suck in. And it often happens because we're taught to suck in our gut to stand up a little bit taller. Unfortunately, what that does, it prevents us from actively contracting our abdomen the way that we should, causing a lot of tension on our back, causing a lot of movement, and it can cause some irritation. So this is actually how you can find your core, specifically your abs, and something that we can take and apply to bracing, lifting, and moving around. So what you're going to do is you're gonna get onto your back. You get onto your back and your knees are going to be bent. Now, from here, what you're going to do is you're gonna lift your head and your shoulders off of the floor. And what you should be feeling as your hands are on your abdomen, as you lift your head and your shoulder blades, your abdomen will contract. And you can tell because when you do this, your hands either come out or the surface underneath your hands gets even harder. What you don't want is drawing in. You don't want your hands to sink in. You want to think about compressing your ribs by lifting your head and your shoulder blades. I call this the mini crunch. Now, what you'll do is try to create that same amount of ab tension without actually lifting your head. And what you should notice that as you're doing this, everything is tight. You can't push deep into your abdomen. Now, the goal when you're standing up is to try to create that same ab tension now that you've actually been able to do it laying on your back. When you're doing it on your back, you can hold it for about 3 to 5 seconds, help you just get used to that feeling. One thing to keep of note, when people do this, sometimes they think, well, maybe I need to push down, and you don't want to push down. Actually, when it comes to our core, what we're going to think about is as everything compresses, you're also going to be lifting your pelvic floor up. And when that happens, we create a lot of tension, but a lot of good positive tension, which allows you to create a nice, stable core and base so you can move at the level of your hips.